What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Pro Speed Baseball. I'm very excited for today's video. We have one of our Pro Speed Baseball students here, Garrett, who's going to help us learn the basics of the swing in 4 simple steps. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, first and foremost, the best coaching needs to be done right when these guys get started hitting. I got Garrett when he was 7 years old and already had a ton of poison in terms of what we call here poison at Pro Speed Baseball is bad coaching. You know, he was told some things and he had a lot of issues. So what we're going to do is if you are getting started with hitting, or even if you've already started for a little bit, this is going to be a perfect video because you're going to see 4 basic things that you can do to get off to a great start as a hitter. The first one we're going to start off with is the grip. Everybody needs to make sure they have a good grip when they start off, because if you get used to a grip that's not quite where we want it, that doesn't allow our hands to do what they need to do, then it's really hard to break that habit. So Garrett's demonstrating here a perfect door knocker over door knocker grip that's going to allow your wrist to unhinge properly in the swing. So what we want to do when we line those door knockers up, guys, you can just do this at home, like use the knuckles that you would knock on a door with, and you're simply going to line those 2 knuckles up right on top of each other, creating a nice straight line. That's going to put the bat in the fingers of your hands, just like you're seeing Garrett's here. So go ahead and open your hands right there a little bit, right here. So the bat is going to be resting in the fingers of the hand. So guys, grip is pretty simple. Now, once we have our grip, we're going to get into a basic stance. So Garrett's going to show us here from face on. We're going to get into our T setup, and all we're going to do is we're going to learn that our stance width is going to be just maybe a little bit wider than shoulder width. So that's number 2. We have our grip, our stance width, then we have our load and stride. If we get those things, guys, we're going to have at least a really nice base to start working with when we start working on the other parts of our swing. So we've got our grip, we've got about a little bit wider than shoulder width stance. Now we're going to do the load. Guys, all we want us to do when we start off in the load is make sure that our hands are going to be behind our shoulder from the face-on view. So our hands can start off in front of our shoulder, but when they load, they want to be behind the shoulder. So if we get a little bit too long with our load, the arm will straighten out. We want to make sure we still have a little bit bend. But if we get too short, then our hands are going to be covering our shoulder. We want to make sure our hands are behind our shoulder and we have some bend in that arm. That's all we really need to know getting started with the load. Now we're going to go ahead and make our stride, which is going to be just a very small step forward. And as you can see here, Garrett has opened his foot slightly. This is going to allow room for the hips to open up. Again, basic mechanics. Once we get a little bit further along the way with how the hips work in the swing, we want to make sure that that foot's good. So when we stride, we want to make sure that foot's open just a little bit. Guys, if we can get these 4 pieces, we can start making some really good swings. Even if everything isn't perfect, we at least have a base to start with. So again, we have our door knockers over door knockers on the grip. We have a shoulder a little bit wider than shoulder width stance. We have a load. Go ahead and load for me. We're going to have a stride. Okay, the hands are behind the shoulder from the face-on view, which is where we are right here. This is the face-on view. We'll show you down the line here in a second. And we have this lead foot is going to be a little bit open. So Garrett, go ahead and start. Go ahead and put your bat down. Put it all the way down. Go ahead and get started from the very beginning. Go ahead and get your grip. Okay, we're going to load the hands. We're going to stride the foot. Good. And then from here, guys, we're going to make a swing. Go ahead and make a swing. Good. All right, so what we're going to do, one more time, go ahead and get set. Big thing, guys, here in these 4 steps, when you make your swing, we only load one time, we only stride one time. Okay, we're going to load, stride your foot. Okay, now you'll see when Garrett goes to swing, his hands are going to go to the ball and his foot's going to stay down. Where everybody goofs up for the first time is they want to step into the ball, they want to lift their foot up off the ground and then put it back down. We want to keep our foot down on the ground. So start all the way over for me real quick. Get into your setup. Okay, right there. All right, load your hands. Stride. He's going to keep his foot down and make a nice swing. And a little bonus here, guys, if you can get into a nice balanced finish like Garrett, we're off to a really good start. Let's show him one here from down the line. So he's going to take his grip. We're going to load the hands, stride the foot. His foot's going to stay down, and we're going to make a nice swing. And we're going to have a nice hold finish. Guys, 4 checkpoints. If you can get started with these, you can be on your way to having a very nice start to your baseball swing. If you guys want some extra help with the details of some of this stuff, you can sign up for a free membership at prospeedbaseball.com that takes you through the details of the setup, the load, the stride, the swing, all absolutely free. That link will be in the description below. I'd like to thank you guys for checking out this video. If you liked it, stay tuned. We got an even better bonus video coming up for you. We have the wall drill, which is a premium video from our All Access website that you can check out completely free by clicking on the iCard that pops up during the preview at the end of the video or in the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching, guys. Good luck with your games. Good luck with your swings, and we'll see you guys soon.
Today, I'm going to show you the #1 move that kills bat lag. But most importantly, we're going to do a drill that will instantly give you a tight transition into bat lag and have your swing looking drastically better today. The move that I'm talking about here is when we're going into our transition and the bat lays down, and now the only thing that we have to rely on for bat speed is our pure strength. From Mike Trout, he does this really, really well. You'll see as we pause him here in the max bat lag position, his barrel is really high and you can see that it's barely dipping into that line. You can imagine if this was a nail and this bat was a hammer, if I was trying to hammer this nail in like this would be kind of like me dumping the bat. But if I'm letting this hammer swing and slam into this ball over and over again, I'm going to be very, very efficient. Now, I'm sure you guys are ready for it by now. Let's go ahead and dive into the wall drill. All right, guys, here we go, the wall drill.